go, and then you gotta hold on to this string, and then they zip you up, and then zip you up on your arms, and then you hold on, and then you go, and then zip up, and you go into the bottom, and then you go back.
And my role here with the ministry is as a program coordinator. So I help to coordinate different educational programs, primarily at the Restoration Museum, kind of down here at the ARK in Campfire. So I'm glad to be here with you guys today and to be able to share my passion for this amazing animals that God has created with you guys. So journey along with me, we'll go look at the dinosaurs inside the ARK. There's lots of different flying creatures and land creatures here as well. Is a carnivorous theropod dinosaur. And then we've got two different sauropod dinosaurs here as well. And lastly, there's this unique little creature here, this big sail on its back, but it's not a dinosaur. The name of the animal is Dimetrodon, and it's representing the sphenicidontid kind, a group also known as pelycosaurs. So it had a wingspan of about 35 feet and would stand about 18 feet tall when fully grown. How did he possibly fit all of the different species on board? So if we look at the Bible is not a scientific textbook, and it is not bound by man's modern scientific classification system. The Bible doesn't use the word species, the Bible uses the word kind. To put it into a modern perspective, it determined that the word kind roughly correlates to the family level of classification that we see today. There are 7 generally accepted layers of classification, and that would be kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. That's your 7 layers. Again, kind roughly correlates to the family level of classification. So a simple way to explain this is God told every animal to reproduce according to their kind. He says that that's what they do, and that's what we observe today. For instance, if we look at the dog family today, we've got dozens of different species of canines in the dog family or the dog kind, and all these different species at a genetic level can interbreed with one another, can reproduce to create different varieties within their kind, but they all stay what? They all stay dogs. Dogs don't turn into cats and horses don't turn into cows. Everything stays within its kind. It would be the same thing with dinosaurs as well. So Noah didn't need 2 of each of these species of long-necked, tall, upright standing sauropods. He would have just needed 2 of these here. Most dinosaurs on average are between the size of a pony and a bison. So still very small. Some of them are even as small as a chicken, like a compsognathus, only about 1.5 feet tall. And then also, even the largest dinosaurs, like the sauropods, started out very small, in little eggs. Even the largest dinosaur, Argentinosaurus, would have had a small little egg, not much bigger than this. And so all animals, including the dinosaurs, started out small. And there's a number of reasons why it's very likely that God sent juvenile animals to Noah to be brought on the ark, not full adult animals on their meals. Whereas other theropod dinosaurs had 3 fingers and face sauropods. We see really tall sauropods, more like giraffes. So there's probably about 4 or 5 different kinds of sauropods that would have been on the ark. This is the Rabacisauridae kind, which Rabacisaurids were characterized by having a shorter neck compared to a lot of other sauropods.
Got a sleeping baby and a grumpy baby. We're peering into the gift shop here as we walk down to meet the girls. After our dinosaur tour, now we're gonna get to go on a Secrets of the ARK tour.
Smiley's right here. This one looks pretty cool. This one, you don't believe it? I'm the content manager. I get to make up the story as much as I want. So that's my story. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of other people that I recommend. But I'm not even cool with the Byron. That Carnosaurus on the right side is notice up here you got some handwriting. And here you got handwriting, over here, all over the place you got handwriting, right? And you'll see that throughout the article. Noah is writing something in that next exhibit to the study. And what it is, it's actually, everything is written in English, and then what we did, we made a Noah font, or Noah script, where it's all a one-to-one correspondence. So if you had a decoder, you can come in here and translate that, but it goes right to left instead of left to right. So it's something to give the kids. They can decode things, they can come and figure out, what this is saying, what that one's saying. They can figure out what's on the wall up there, although some of you, if you're really sharp, you might be able to figure it out even without the decoder. It's got a series of names on the right and a series of numbers on the left. It's the genealogy from Genesis 5. Over here, we figure out what this tapestry is showing.
Hi, Kobe.
So basically, Genesis 1 through 6, okay, before the flood. So you got the days of creation up there, the top 2 lines, the 6 days of creation, and then the temptation, the fall, everything else all the way down. Remember the animal I told you to pay attention to back there? Violet and Smiley, the first one that my friend Joel told you. It's right here. And what we did in the novels, because I wanted it to be one consistent storyline, the whole idea was that we made Noah a shipbuilder prior to the flood. We don't know what he did before the flood, and the Bible doesn't tell us. But it makes sense if you think about the way that God often works. He prepares his people to do the tasks that he's called them to do, sometimes long before they even know what they're doing, what they're going to do. Okay? How many of you can think of that in your own life? It's common, isn't it? Yeah, it's not just white, is it? Like doves today are all white. Why would we have a dove that's not all white? Because we're doing the animal kinds, right? What other kind of bird is in the kind as the dove? Pigeons, okay? And so pigeons can be brown, they can be gray, they can have like flecks of purple and green and all sorts of colors, black and everything. So we had to reflect that in this dove coming in, because they would be the ancestor of doves and pigeons. And one other type of bird that is often classified in the same kind as the dove and the pigeon that you would never imagine it was. And it seemed really strange to me too. But they classify the dodo in the same family as the dove. I've ever heard someone claim that the Bible has so many changes and so many revisions that we really can't know what the original message was. Let's see some coffee beans illustrate a major problem with that argument.
And Zara's kitchen.
All you can eat buffet.
I'm excited. Your baby's here. Fried chicken. Cheese and french fries.
Honey, here?
Okay, so this is the same.
It's the same thing, yes. Okay. And then the front, let's see what the front is.
Nope, nope.
All right. Ooh, looking good. Lily, what did you get?
Mac and cheese and meatballs and french fries. I got mac and cheese and I got a big meat on the bone.
Olives, yes, yum yum.
I have mac and cheese, meatballs, and french fries and rice. Big olive.
Do you feel like I do? Like we live in the greatest nation on earth? Well, I'm so happy to be here and honored to be here with you tonight. And this is the culmination of this incredible homeschooling conference that has been going on for several days. Let me ask you this question. Who is the ruler of the earth? Now, before you answer, I love your answer. There's 3 options. It's either God, Satan, or man. Now, if we're secular humanists, we would say there is no God, there is no Satan. We're in control, and the most dominant win. But I know that most of us here are not in that category, and so we have 2 to choose from, God or Satan. Who is the ruler of this world? And
because biblical principles, God's way is not only right, it works best. It produces the best results. And that's what Finney was trying to say. He even went so far as to say God will bless or curse this nation according to the course Christians take in politics. In other words, if we're being salt and light, if we're influencing the world around us, then everybody benefits. We get the blessings and not the curses. It's actually quite simple. Garbage in, garbage out. Good stuff in, good stuff out. What are we doing to make sure that it's good stuff in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our states, and in our nation?
You did, but that was a couple days ago. Yes. Do you feel good now? No. You look like you feel good.